Okay, you guys have been asking for a comparison video between the Qcy T1 Pro and the Xiaomi Mi Airdots. So, we're gonna go ahead and compare the Qcy T1 Pro versus the Xiaomi Airdots, and let's just jump into it. Hey guys, my name is Mitchell. If you're new to my channel, I make videos about the tech I use, things like cell phones, tablets, cameras, drones, and today, headphones. If you wanna pick up any of the products that I talk about in today's video, I will have links to it in the description down below. Okay, like all of my comparison videos, I will start with the design of the devices, the features of the devices, then my thoughts in regards to how these devices are in terms of value. Are they a good value? Are they a bad value? Okay, now to start with the case of the Qcy T1 Pros. The case incorporates like a metal sliding mechanism that moves up to reveal the headphones in their charging position. And it feels really, really premium in the hand. The outside of the case is metal. I know I've already scratched it up a little bit, but it's because I've been dropping them and I'm pretty hard on my headphones because I use them so much. But overall, it feels really, really sturdy. When we compare that to the construction of the case of the Mi Airdots, which is pretty flimsy, plasticky, and kind of clamshelly, there's no comparison. The Qcy are in a completely different league, and I just feel like I have a much more substantial product in my hand when I'm holding the Qcy case. While we talk about the case, both of the cases use a micro USB connection. The Qcy has 4 LEDs on the back to notify you of the battery status of the case, if it's fully charged or not, whereas the Xiaomi only offers you a blinking red or white LED. Now there is some indication on the charge status of the case depending upon when you put the headphones in or take them out. The instructions for that are in Chinese and I haven't been able to figure them out. Next, to talk about the physical size of the case themselves, this is one area where I think Xiaomi is a little bit better. Their case is not as big. Now, the reason why the case for the Qcy T1 Pro is such a big case is because they offer, I think, up to 20 hours of total playback with the headphones fully charged and the case fully charged, whereas the Xiaomi headphones offer around 10 to 14 hours of playback when the headphones are fully charged and when the case is fully charged. So although the Qcy case is bigger, it offers a lot more battery life. Now the actual design of the headphones themselves. Now the Xiaomi Mi Airdots have a really, really small minimalistic design, which I actually really, really like. Other than the fact that they only come in white, which looks disgusting after a week of use. The design of them is pretty nice. They fit in my ears and stay there pretty well. The Qcy actual headphone itself is slightly larger. Now it's not a significant amount of bulk, but it is a tangible difference in size. And they fit a little bit weird in my ears. Now it's not a problem, they just don't fit as well in my ears as the Airdots. So if you have really small ears, the Qcy might not be the best choice for you. That said, the Qcy does have a little notch that holds a rubber fin in place. So if you're doing sports or athletic stuff, you can put them in your ears and they stay put phenomenally well. If you're looking for a pair of inexpensive gym headphones, I think the Qcy would be the better choice. Now that we've covered design, let's talk about some specs and how they actually function in the real world. Now the Qcy headphones that I currently have are the Bluetooth 4.2 model. Now it was brought to my attention by a subscriber that Qcy is now offering a Bluetooth 5.0 version. I'm not sure where you can find those. I think you can get them on AliExpress, and whether or not the pair that I have is Bluetooth 4.0 or 5.0 is not really clear. I looked them up and from all of the research that I can find, they are Bluetooth 4.2, but the sound quality that comes from them is great. I think that they sound a little bit better than the Airdots. There's a little bit more detail in the highs and the lows. And overall, I think that while the Airdots don't sound bad, and when you tweak the EQ on your phone, you can get a really, really nice playback, I just think that the Qcy has a better overall sound. In the real world, I didn't notice a difference between the range on the Mi Airdots versus the Qcy headphones. Even though the Bluetooth 5.0 is supposed to offer you an increased range, I think that would be direct line of sight. And for me, I use them mostly in my house. There's never a point in time where I'm away from my phone more than 30 feet. So I never noticed a difference between the two of them. Both headphones offer the AAC audio codec support. So in regards to the codec that they use, this is a draw. Now, each of the devices uses a touch-sensitive control. On the Xiaomi, it's the entire face of it, whereas on the QCY, it's only on the smooth plastic area of it. And I have to say that this is where the QCY headphones totally annihilate and leave the AirDots in the dust. The T1 Pro has the best implementation of touch controls that I've ever gotten to use on a pair of truly wireless headphones. The double tap to skip forward, double tap on the other side to rewind, play pause, and then Google Assistant is absolutely flawless. I have very, very few accidental activations of it. Even when I'm adjusting them, I've never had it activate on the inside of my ear. And on top of that, I've never had them not activate. When you compare that to the Xiaomi headphones, which when I used them, I just kind of ignored the controls other than play pause because the controls were so unresponsive. And on top of that, the fact that I was not able to skip forward a track or rewind a track was kind of a deal killer for me, having to constantly take my phone out. I actually started to turn off the face unlock on my Pocophone F1 because I would want to either skip a song or change the volume, and having to use my AirDots to, I would have to take my phone out. So every time I would turn my phone on to try to skip a song from the lock screen, my phone would unlock. Really frustrating. I don't have that issue with the QCY headphones at all. And I gotta say that it feels really, really nice to be able to leave my phone in my pocket and have excellent play, pause, and skip track control. And along with that, we have to talk about the microphones. Since the AirDots only use the Google Voice Assistant and rewind tracks, it made you rely on the built-in microphone of the AirDots, which I'll have a link to a video where I talk about that up here, but the built-in microphone for them is terrible. So being able to not only rely on the better touch controls, but the better microphone used for Google Voice Assistant, at least to me, just really puts the T1 Pros in a league of their own in regards to the bang for your buck or the value that you get. At the end of the day, if you can get the QCY T1 Pro, either the Bluetooth 4.2 or the Bluetooth 5.0 model for under 40 bucks, I would say that it is a phenomenal deal. And here's why. They sound as good, in my opinion, as the Xiaomi premium neckband headphones, which I think are a great pair of kind of conventional wireless headphones. And they sound as good as my LG Tone Pro, which is one of the older models. They offer all of this with a more premium feeling case, which I can tell you the case for my Mi Airdots lasted about a month, and then I ended up dropping it about 3 feet onto a wooden table, and it gave me problems ever since. And if you want to see more videos about that, I'll have a link to it up here. I can still get them to charge sometimes, and for this video they had enough battery life left, but I don't know if I'm going to end up buying another battery case to replace these with. And the reason why I'm not sure about buying another battery case is that I truly think that the QCY T1 Pros are about as good of an implementation of a true wireless headphone as you could get. Could the sound quality on them be more premium and better? Of course. But could the touch controls be better? No. Could the battery life be significantly better? I mean, I listen to a lot of podcasts which are oftentimes over 2 to 3 hours long, and I never had an issue with these headphones. When you combine that with the larger battery and the better battery life that you can get with the battery case on the QCY headphones, I really think that while there's other headphones that cost more money, I think that this is kind of the standard by which all kind of mid-tier or non-premium, truly wireless earbuds have to eclipse. I'm really, really impressed by their performance. I'm really, really impressed at the overall sound quality of them. And I was really, really impressed with the stability. I rarely had issues with them cutting out or them disconnecting whenever I did have an issue, which has been maybe 3 or 4 times in about the 2.5 weeks I've been using them. I put them back in the case, took them out, and they worked flawlessly. But like I said, those errors are pretty few and far between for how much I use headphones. Also note, they're IPX4 water and dust resistant, and I've dropped them fully submerged in puddles. I've dropped them or nudged them into the sink while I was doing dishes, and they still work fine. So it's great to see a level of water and dust resistance at a budget price point with great touch controls, great battery life, and honestly, I'm really, really happy with them. And right now they're kind of my daily Bluetooth wireless headphone. And I'm not sure if that's gonna change when I get my AirDots Pro. Until next time, it's been Mitchell coming to you from Hanoi. And if you wanna see more videos about life in Hanoi, go ahead and check out my other YouTube channel. I post videos there about life of an expat and living abroad. And until next time, peace.